Ern, I would like to ask you, would you do me the honor of being my best man?
I'm afraid it's going to take my full attention to remove this knife and stop the bleeding.
Okay, so let's get right to it. So in this video, I'm going to make some predictions for you. Most of them are related to the financial markets. So if you have any kind of exposure to the financial markets, whether it's to banks or to the stock market or the bond market or the crypto market, you might want to watch this. And I hope you give me the benefit of a doubt here and stick with me here as I lay the groundwork for my predictions, because I want to explain to you the logic behind my predictions. Okay, so this is the Hey Ed YouTube channel. I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Everett Anderson. So I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything that I mentioned in any of my videos as financial advice. Always do your own research before doing anything with your money. Okay, the lawyers are happy. All right, so listen, our world changed in many ways 3 days ago, last Saturday. That's when Donald J. Trump was almost put down. I have to be careful about the words I use because the algorithm will pick it up. Now, I'm going to make some political commentary here. Again, I'm going to speak a little bit in code because the last time I made a powerful political statement, the algorithm picked up on it, and this platform, demonetized me for a month. So much for free speech. Anyway, but I can't help myself because this is very relevant. The politics that's going on right now is relevant and is affecting the financial markets. And wait until you see what happened to the market today. Okay, so prediction number one is related to Joe Biden. Okay, so before Saturday, I would have told you that I predicted, like most other people, that Biden would be at the head of the Democratic ticket, for the presidency. I assumed that coming out of the Democratic convention in August that they would replace him. Now, I think he is their guy, and this is why. I think that as of Saturday, Trump is he's Teflon. He cannot be defeated at this point. I mean, think about everything that's been thrown at this poor man. They've been after him for 8 years. They threw everything at him, including, trying to put him in jail because they can't beat him on policy. So they have to resort to all sorts of dirty tricks. I mean, the things that the other side is resorting to is disgraceful and shameful. And by the way, if you are in that party and you're not ashamed, you got to do a little soul searching, my friends, because this kind of activity is not the American way. But anyway, so I think that everyone on the Democratic side of the aisle is saying, okay, that's it. He's in. There's no way we can defeat Donald Trump, no matter who is on the ticket. That's why I think, all of those old would-be replacements for Joe Biden are now, not picking up the phone from the DNC. They don't want to touch being on the ticket. They don't want to touch being the nominee because they know they're going to be trounced. I mean, this is the image that I have in my head right now for these Democratic presidential wannabes, right now. Have you ever seen that TV series, that Netflix series called Norseman? You should do a YouTube search, watch those clips from the Norseman. It's absolutely brilliant, comedy. And it reminded me of this one scene out of Norseman. So take a look at this.
What do you want?
The fact is, I'm getting married, and in that matter, I need a trusted friend who's always been there and will be like a rock and has always been like a rock and will be there in the future. So I would like to ask you if you would do me the honor of being my best man. So that leaves just the two of us, and that makes my choice easy. So, Ern, I would like to ask you, would you do me the honor of being my best man?
I'm afraid it's going to take my full attention to remove this knife and stop the bleeding.
So that poor guy, and he's trying to ask these guys to be the best man. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. They didn't want to be involved. And I think that's what's going on here. I think they'd rather stick a knife in their leg than be the presidential candidate, going up against Trump. With the possible exception of Kamala. I mean, Kamala she's so dense anyway. I don't think she'd really realize, even though she's getting more attention, I think she'd be flattered to get the attention. Probably not really realizing that, her career should be over anyway. She would have, the delusions of grandeur in her head. So maybe, she would end up at the top of the ticket. But aside from that, I don't know what Democrat wants to take on Trump. I don't think anyone wants to. Okay, so my predictions from here on are based on that assumption that Donald Trump is going to be the next president. And in the markets right now, especially today, you will see that the market as a collective feels the same way. Now, there's only one thing that the markets hate worse than bad news, and that is uncertainty. Okay, they despise uncertainty. I think the market right now is so convinced that Donald Trump is in that they can take all those question marks off the table. They don't have to wonder about who is going to be the next president and say, all right, yeah, Trump is it. I mean, it's very unusual, right? Historically, when you have this kind of event, an assassination, okay, I gotta be careful of words. I mean, when a president or a presidential candidate is killed or attempted to be killed, the markets, get roiled and they sell off. That's traditionally what happens in the financial markets because it's a disruptive event. But in this case, the net effect is that the market is convinced that this one event is going to put Donald Trump in the White House. Donald Trump, I think, doesn't have to do anything more for the rest of the year. He could go golfing for the next several months and still get elected, president. Now, the markets have always been a really good predictor inside of themselves. Let's take a look at what the stock market did today. Now, today is Tuesday, all right? So yesterday was the first day that the market was opened after the event, and it did just fine. But today, I think we had just a monster day. So let me show you what the stock market did today. Okay, the Dow Jones Industrial Average today was up 742 points. 700 points today. Now, right now we're looking at the 3-month chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and you can see it took out that very important resistance level there at 40,000, and now it's going crazy. Even the Russell 2000 today was up 3.5%. Again, same kind of pattern. Let's take a little longer look at this. Let's take a look at the 1-year chart. All right, very important, or multiple resistance levels, taken out here. Now, for the sake of brevity and to respect your time, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details about what's going on in the market here. I want to try to, keep things short and sweet and just help you conceptualize what's going on in the markets. So there are a lot of reasons why the markets are going up right now. One of those reasons is that there's a feeling now on Wall Street that the Federal Reserve, because the economy is so lousy and the economic policies put in place by the current administration are so bad, that they're going to be desperate. They're going to start doing things in order to juice the market. Things like maybe lowering interest rates. Okay, that can provide a sugar high for the markets. Okay, it's going to have a devastating effect on inflation. Okay, but for the short term, it's going to make the markets go up a lot because Wall Street likes free money or cheap money. But that's going to lead to hyperinflation. It is going to make inflation worse. These people don't care about you. Okay, they only care about power. They only care about keeping their seats. But we, as participants in the market, we have to know the game and we have to know how to play the game. So I think here that in the near term here, the markets are going to continue to rally. So if you're in the markets, or if you're thinking about getting in the markets, or you're looking at your 401k, you're trying to decide what to do, in my opinion, for the short term here, at least until the election, the markets are going to do pretty good. They might not rocket straight up from here because they've already had a really big run just now, but I think they do have further to go. And regarding cryptos, let's take a look at what's going on in the crypto market. Okay, take a look at the far right here and take a look at the charts of all these cryptos. So right now I'm on my coin market cap site, and look at all the cryptos. They're all, this is the 24 hours, right? So they are popping. I mean, let's take a look at the chart on Bitcoin, for example. Okay, this is the 1-day chart. Let's take a look at the 1-month chart, see how it's doing. Okay, Bitcoin has been rallying. Now, of course, we got the GOC story going on with Bitcoin, right? But it looks to me like Bitcoin has bottomed. So I think Bitcoin is going to be moving up from here. Now, again, there's a lot of nuance here, but in the spirit of keeping things nice and concise here, again, in my opinion, another prediction here is that the bull market is back in play right now in the crypto space. Now, Bitcoin was largely the reason why the crypto market has been taking a pause here. So no matter what crypto you owned, whether it's a mainline crypto or whether it's a meme coin, they've all been sucking wind because of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin sets the tone of the overall crypto space. But right now, what we're getting right now in the crypto space is a relief rally, and I think that's going to turn into an actual rally. I think we are entering another phase of the bull market in the crypto space. So, if you're in cryptos, or you've been thinking about getting into cryptos, you've been looking at meme coins or whatever, if you haven't been paying attention for a while, take a look. Take a look at your cryptos, and I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to alert you so you can pay attention to what's going on here. And like I told you in my last video where I featured a particular meme coin that you might want to look at to take advantage of in terms of playing the Donald Trump meme, let's take a look at what that Super Trump meme coin is doing since I told you about it a couple of days ago. Okay, and we're taking a look at the 15-minute chart here on Super Trump. Now today, just for the record, it is July 16th, and as I'm recording this, it is a little after 5 Central Time. And it's had a really nice day here. Over the past 24 hours, it's up 41%. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Okay, now I told you the other day that the number that you really want to watch is really this 15 level, this decimal 0.15. And right now it's at 0.144. But if it can take out that level, then it's got pretty clear sailing to this next level up here, which is just shy of decimal 0.3. And then once it clears that, then that's going to be a new high, and then it's got clear sailing, and who knows how far this coin could go. At the moment, it has a market cap of 33 million, so the upside is potentially insane. Again, I'm not telling you to buy it, okay? I'm just giving you guys, food for thought. And again, in the description below of this video, I'll put a link to this particular deck screener page. And when you get inside of this page, just scroll to the right, go down the bottom, and you can click on the Super Trump IO. That'll take you to the Super Trump website. So again, my predictions are that I think Joe Biden will be at the top of the ticket for the Democrat side of the presidential election, because I don't think any other Democrats want to go anywhere near it, because I do think that Trump is undefeatable here. And my other predictions are that the stock market will continue to rally. And by the way, not for good reasons, okay? It'll be going up for the wrong reason. But nevertheless, this is the game. That's part of the game. And the crypto space, and I think the cryptos are particularly going to rally because the crypto market always has an exaggerated move relative to the stock market. They always move up much sharply than the stock market, and they always go down much more than the stock market does. If you're going to be playing cryptos, especially in the meme coin space, make sure you only do it with money that you can afford to lose, because they are risky plays. Now, in the comment section below, could you please let me know what you think about everything that I just said in here? And I'll confess that I didn't put a whole lot of thought in today's video, because I just wanted to get it out quickly. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time writing out a script and the thought. I'm just kind of speaking extemporaneously. So I hope you forgive me for that. Please like, subscribe, and maybe even share. Ed Anderson, live from Minnesota, signing out.
Copy that.